A single Delta Force operator walks onto a target carrying approximately $71,802 worth of gear. His helmet system alone costs more than a new car. The night vision on his face sees across a 97-degree field of view, wider than human peripheral vision. And the rifle in his hands was customized for him by an armorer who knows his preferences before he ever boards the helicopter. This is gear conventional forces do not carry, do not train on, and are never authorized to use. By the end of this, you will know exactly what separates a Tier 1 loadout from everything below it, piece by piece, dollar by dollar. If this is the first time you are hearing the real breakdown of what U.S. Special Forces actually carry, subscribe now. Daily Soldier does this right. Why the gear is different. The difference between special operations gear and conventional gear is not a prestige gap, it is a mission gap. Operators go places and operate under conditions conventional forces are not trained for, with margins of error measured in seconds, not hours. SOCOM has its own procurement budget and authority to source equipment outside the standard military supply chain, commercially available gear, personally procured items approved for operational use, and purpose-built systems developed specifically for JSOC. One caveat before we begin: precise specifications for classified systems are not publicly confirmed, and the prices cited are civilian market equivalents, not what SOCOM pays under contract. Now, the 10 pieces. And we start with the one that changes everything about operating in the dark. Piece 1. The GP-NVG-18 Quad-Tube Night Vision Goggles. Standard 2-tube night vision gives a 40-degree field of view. Tunnel vision. Everything peripheral is black. The L3 Harris GP-NVG-18 uses 4 image intensifier tubes, 2 forward for depth perception, 2 angled outward, delivering a 97-degree panoramic field of view, more than double. An operator clearing a room can see threats to his sides without turning his head. In close quarters, that is the difference between a threat acquisition and a fatal surprise. It weighs 27 ounces, runs 14 hours on 4 batteries, and uses Gen 3 white phosphor tubes, producing a sharper, higher contrast image than any older system. Civilian market price, $35,000 to $65,000. DevGru operators wore these at Abbottabad in 2011, moving through a completely dark compound with the clarity of a well-lit room. But those goggles have to mount somewhere, and the helmet that carries them is its own piece of engineering entirely. Piece 2. The OpCore High-Cut Helmet with Full Mount System. Built from ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene, lighter than Kevlar, higher fragment resistance. The high-cut design removes ear coverage for Peltor Comtac headsets that protect hearing from gunfire while amplifying ambient sounds and transmitting radio simultaneously. The front shroud accepts the GP-NVG-18 through an articulating mount, folds up during movement, down for use, swings clear instantly when needed. A rear counterweight battery pack balances the forward weight. On top sits an infrared strobe, invisible to the naked eye, clearly visible through night vision, identifying friendly operators to aircraft overhead. Friendly fire incidents during night raids dropped dramatically once IR strobes became standard. Total system, approximately $46,876, but the helmet is just the platform. What you mount on the rifle is what determines who wins the engagement. Piece 3, the HK416 with full SOPMOD configuration. The M4A1 uses direct impingement, routing propellant gas back into the bolt carrier group, running hotter and dirtier under sustained fire. The HK416 uses a short-stroke piston system, keeping combustion gases away from the bolt carrier entirely, in a room-clearing environment where dozens of rounds fire in seconds. That reliability difference is the margin between a weapon that functions and one that does not. Delta carries the 10-inch D10RS variant, EOTech holographic sight with magnifier, next-generation aiming laser, Surefire scout light, Surefire suppressor, standard equipment, not an accessory. Operating suppressed is the default. Configured cost, approximately $10,440. The armorer who built that rifle knows the operator's exact preferences. That relationship does not exist anywhere else in the U.S. military. But the rifle is only as effective as the protection underneath it, and that is where the next piece comes in. If this is landing the way you hoped, hit the like button right now. 2 seconds. It keeps Daily Soldier reaching people who want this level of detail. Back to the list. Piece 4. The Crye Precision JPC 2.0 Plate Carrier. Purpose designed for operators who carry everything while jumping, swimming, climbing, or running at pace. Minimal footprint, sits close to the body, critical when going through a door frame at speed or exiting a helicopter under fire. The ballistic plates inside meet or exceed NIJ Level 4 against rifle rounds through advanced composite materials, specifications not publicly released. The MAL Smart Pouch Suite allows precise mission-specific configuration. A breacher loads explosives and less ammunition. A medic loads trauma kit and IVs. A machine gunner loads link belt and spare barrels. Total cost, approximately $10,714. The conventional plate carrier comes in one configuration and stays that way. The JPC is designed to be anything the mission requires, and none of that mission flexibility matters if the team cannot talk to each other and to the aircraft overhead. Piece 5. The Harris PRC-152 radio. The radio is what makes the entire mission possible, and almost nobody talks about it. The Harris PRC-152 operates across multiple frequency bands simultaneously, team on one channel, helicopter crews on another, close air support on a third, all encrypted, all with anti-jam capability standard military radios do not have. Civilian equivalent, approximately $6,700. A six-man team in a compound can simultaneously maintain comms with their assault force, the inbound helicopter, a drone feeding live video overhead, a JTAC coordinating an airstrike, and their command element hundreds of miles away without switching channels. Conventional forces carry radios too. Not like this. And the radio works in concert with the next piece, an aiming system that operates in a spectrum the enemy cannot see. Piece 6. The NGAL Next Generation Aiming Laser. The laser on a special operations rifle is invisible to the naked eye. It operates entirely in the infrared spectrum, devastating to anyone facing an operator who has it. The NGAL replaces the older PEC-15 with 4 functions in one unit: visible daylight aiming laser, infrared laser for night vision use, an infrared illuminator that floods a room with IR light as bright as a floodlight through NVGs, and a green laser for signaling. Combined with the GP-NVG-18 from Piece 1, the IR illuminator lights the room, the quad-tube goggles show everything in it, the IR laser paints the target, the suppressed rifle removes it. Entry to engagement in under 3 seconds. That is what system integration actually means, and none of it works if what you are wearing underneath falls apart after 4 hours in a jungle. Piece 7. The Crye G3 Combat Uniform. The most expensive special operations gear in the world is worn over clothing from a private manufacturer. Crye G3 integrated knee pad pockets eliminate external pads that shift during movement. Nylon cotton blend resists tearing at stress points where standard ACU fabric fails under extended field use. Full hip and shoulder mobility without the bunching that plate carriers produce over standard uniforms. The G3 comes in multicam, performing consistently across more environments than any other single pattern. Green Berets operating in 70 countries simultaneously need one uniform that works everywhere. The G3 is it. But even a perfectly equipped operator needs a sidearm when the rifle cannot reach. And the sidearm these operators carry is not what most people expect. Piece 8. The Glock Roland Special Configuration, not the standard issue M17. A Glock 19 or 17 fitted with a Trigicon RMR Gen 2 red dot on a milled slide, Surefire X300U weapon light, Terran tactical magazine base pads for increased capacity, aftermarket trigger reducing reset distance, and suppressor height night sights. Complete build, approximately $1,426. No manual safety. Consistent trigger pull from first round to last. The red dot allows faster aimed fire in low light. The weapon light covers situations where the rifle cannot come to bear. The Safariline 6354DO holster locks automatically, releases in one motion, and has been tested through fast roping, free fall, and water immersion. Standard holsters do none of those things. Now, the last two pieces are the ones that almost never make it into any public discussion of special operations equipment. Pieces 9 and 10. Piece 9 is Thor 3, Tactical Human Optimization, Rapid Rehabilitation and Reconditioning. Not a piece of gear, but a system of physiological monitoring, nutrition optimization, and performance enhancement available exclusively to Special Operations Forces, sports science staff, individualized training programs, recovery protocols drawn from elite athletic. The operator's body is treated as a system requiring the same precision maintenance as the rifle. A conventional soldier with a torn hamstring goes to a medical queue. A special operations soldier goes to Thor 3 because the most expensive piece of equipment in any JSOC unit is the human being carrying everything else. Piece 10 is direct commercial procurement. Drones, signal exploitation devices, biometric tools, fielded in months rather than the years standard DoD acquisition takes. A $2,000 commercial drone providing real-time video of a target compound can be procured and deployed by a JSOC unit faster than a conventional unit can submit the paperwork to ask about one. Not just better gear, a better maintained human carrying it, with faster access to new tools when the mission demands them. And when you put all 10 pieces together, what you are really looking at is not a shopping list, it is something else entirely. The comparison that changes everything. Standard infantry head-to-toe, M4A1 at $700, plate carrier at $2,000, PVSys 14 monocular at $3,000, ACH helmet at $400, roughly $6,000 to $10,000 total. Delta Force Operator HK416 at $10,440, JPC 2.0 with accessories at $10,714, Ops Core helmet with GP NVG 18 at $46,876, Roland Special Glock at $1,426, NGAL and sensors, Crye G3 uniform. Total, approximately $71,802. The gap is not waste. Every dollar represents a capability that changes the probability of the mission succeeding and the operator coming home. The gear is expensive because these are the missions where failure is not recoverable. But here is what no coverage of this list ever explains clearly, and it is the most important thing on it, what mainstream coverage never explains. The gear is not the reason U.S. Special Forces are effective. It is the gear that is effective because of who is carrying it. An operator has been through years of service before selection, months of attrition, eliminating 9 out of 10 already elite candidates, and a follow-on training pipeline that teaches this equipment at a level of integration no amount of reading replicates. The GP NVG-18 in a Delta operator's hands is a different instrument than the same goggles on someone who is not trained with them for hundreds of hours in darkness, under fire, with the same team. The gear also adapts. The Roland Special evolved from operator modifications armorer's formulas. The NGAL replaced the PEC-15 because operators documented its limitations and SOCOM moved. The feedback loop, operator to armorer to procurement to improved capability, runs shorter and faster here than anywhere else in the U.S. military. Every item earned its place through someone carrying the previous version into a situation where it was not good enough. Close. Somewhere right now, an operator is running a rehearsal in a building that looks like the one he is going to hit tonight. $71,802 worth of gear. He has run this building 100 times. He knows where his partner will be in every room, what the radio call sounds like when the helicopter is 2 minutes out, and exactly exactly where to put the IR laser when the NGAL paints the target. None of that is the gear. All of that is the person carrying it. Each item earned its place by proving itself where failure meant someone did not come home. The people carrying it earned their place the same way. That is what $71,802 actually represents. Not a shopping list, a standard that exists because the missions these operators run allow no other option. If Daily Soldier is giving you the breakdown nobody else does, subscribe. Every piece of equipment, every unit, every decision that shapes U.S. military capability gets this treatment here.